Alright, what's good, y'all? It's E Dollar Ed.2 back in the building. You know what it is. Episode 2. Episode 2. This time we're recording in the morning. We got a little bit more energy. We're gonna talk about Martin Luther and Malcolm X today. Alright. You see the screen right now. You see the mouse. This time we're not recording off no phone. We're recording off the laptop itself. We doing different. The technology has improved. The technology budget has improved. We on the screen recording the computer. We in the building. Cause last time, I don't know if y'all really messing with what I was saying, or y'all just reviving to the beat. Either way, I know the beats they was booming. So I'm gonna put some more beats in there. You're probably hearing one right now. But I'm also gonna take this time to. So we're talking about Martin Luther and Malcolm X today, and how they're, the names and the codes come together so many times. But I'm also going to, do a quick little recap of what we did last week. Last week we talked about the base numbers 42 and 59, and we came in 93. Sorry, so 42, 59. So let's just look at, alright, these are all the names that equal 42, and here's the gematrinator for number 42. So like we did the N-word, that equals 42. So Jackie Orenthal brothers, so Jackie 42 in reverse for reduction. So you have your 4 base ciphers. You know what the base ciphers, and if you want to just check out how each one works, you have them. They have the letters stamped out for you right there, letters corresponding with the numbers, and adding them up. You can click on 4 reduction just to see what 4 reduction looks like, and so on and so forth. So Jackie Orenthal brothers, boy, brothers, 4 reduction, boy, English ordinal. And going down to those are the 42 words, and the 59 words, how you had Negro, slave, blues, Rasta. So you got Negro, English, slave, English, ordinal, blues, Rasta, all corresponding with each other, like Jigaboo. One more, Jigaboo. So that's just to show y'all if you didn't see it last time. So we have 42, 59, and we're talking about how on season 4, episode 2 of the show 100, a Bible-based show, because these codes are based from the Bible, the New Testament and Old Testament, because a lot of these Jesus killing rituals always correspond with black people, because Jesus was black, so on and so forth. So yeah, season 4, episode 2 of the show 100, a Bible-based show. Then man, Theolonis Jaha, Theolonis equals 59. Alright, and then we went into Black History Month, Tuskegee, the Huxtables. So the Tuskegee study, talking about how they took 399, so another 39. You got a 39 in there, because you got a lot of 39s and 93s. So we had crucifix equals 93, Nazareth, God's sons equal 93, Nazareth equals 93, gospel equals 93. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X both died at the age of 39. This Tuskegee, study talking about 399, so 39 black men treated with untreated syphilis, and most historians believe they were injected, but not really believe. It's basically proven at this point that they were injected. You can look that up for yourself. But anyways, we'll keep on talking about how I'm going to come back. Now, episode 2. That was a preview of episode 1. Now we're on episode 2. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. And something about their names, if you didn't know, neither one of their names are even their birth names.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
They only met once, which was March 26, 1964. So they only met once. Alright? On this specific date. And make no doubt about it, this date is for a reason. I'm telling you, this date is for a reason. They just meet for no reason. Alright?
Well, what's
333 days before Malcolm X was assassinated. So when they met on this date, 333 days later, Malcolm X went out. He got out of there. They got him out of there. So you have Martin Luther King Jr. speech, "I've been to the mountaintop," given on April 3rd, 1968, which was on the 93rd day of the year. Been to the mountaintop. So, given that speech on that specific day, the 93rd day of the year, Malcolm X equals 93. See, so Malcolm X, hold on, X equals 93. Martin Luther King Jr. equals 93 in full reduction. Rosa Louise Macaulay Parks. If you don't even believe this because it's a long word, look at this. 93 again. So all three of their names correspond to 93, and that date, the date they met, Martin Luther and Malcolm X met on March 26, 1964. They met on the date numerology of 93, adding 3 plus 26 plus 64 gives you 93. Alright, so with Malcolm X killed on February 21st. Alright, this is after 333 days later after them meeting, killed on February 21st, 1965. That has a numerology of 44. So you got to remember 221, February 21st, 1965. The date numerology, if you add the day, the month, day, and the year, but the year split up all in those single digits, you get 44. He died 87 days before his 40th birthday. As you know, Malcolm X was a devout Muslim, as he, converted to Islam and, was a Muslim, and Muslim has a connection of 87. He was born May 19th, 1925. So the 139th day of the year, which leaves 226 days left in the year. You got Freemasonry equals 139. 226. If you put in 226, since that day, he was born on the 139th day of the year, leaving 226 days left. So you put in the number 226. Damn, wow, that's tough. I forgot to copy. That's tough. Okay. Alright, so 226 still gives you full reduction of 93. So, crucified equals 221. Oh yeah, and how these are related to Jesus' death rituals. Because you know how it said Jesus on the cross, black. Jesus was black, Revelations 1, verse 14 and 15, if I'm not mistaken. Talking about how he had hair of sheep's wool, skin of bronze. I mean, I ain't no dermatologist, but that sounds like a black man to me. Either way, you have a lot of these, corresponding with black history, black people. I mean, even with Tupac, how he, I think on his last album cover, the Machiavelli, how you have Tupac on the cross as if he's Jesus. Just stuff like that. I'll cover that a little later. So you have crucified. So here are your primes. You got a bunch of other prime numbers or ciphers you can look at. So that gives you that 221, the February 21 connection, the 42 connection. So the 221 in prime cipher, 42 in the septenary, 42 in the Chaldean, and the 33 in Chaldean. So if you're going crucified, crucifixion, and crucified. So let's just put them crucified, and I'll show you. Crucified, and then if you go up here, so let me just close this real quick. So if you go up here, you'll see ciphers, option shortcuts. You'll click on ciphers, and then you'll click on all ciphers if you want to see, all of this. All right. So you got septenary down here, Chaldean. Sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong. Down here, and you got your prime cipher right here. All this other stuff, we'll get to it another time. Don't pay too much attention to it. It'll just confuse you. So just look at the primes, septenary, Chaldean. You'll see they correspond with the same ones. The same number. All right, Malcolm X's killer. All right, he died by the man who, reportedly killed him his name was Thomas Hagen, and his alias, AKA, he goes by Talmadge X. And I don't know, listen, I don't know, yeah, just what are the odds? Just play that. What are the odds? Malcolm X, the man calls himself Malcolm X, and he dies by a guy who goes by Talmadge X. And it's 44 years, and he was jailed 44 years after killing Malcolm X. So I'm just like thinking, what are the odds? Two X's, just like one X killed the other X. Like, man, it's just right in your face, but a lot of people, it just goes right over your heads. A lot of people's heads. But all right, so the date numerology, how you got the 44 for 221, 19. 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5, 44. You got kill equals 44, shooting equals 44, crucifixion equals 44 in the septenary cipher, as we saw earlier. Actually, we didn't see that earlier. Let's see. Crucifixion. Pretty sure I spelled that right. Yeah, 744. So Thomas Hagen equals 44, Talmadge X equals 33. And when you think, when you think of, look at the X, like I said again, think of the cross. Jesus died at the cross at the age of 33. Dying at 33, no mistake. You got Thomas Hagen, and 39 equals 39 in the septenary, 39 in the Chaldean, 93 in the ALW, Kabbalah, and then crucified is in 393 in Satanic Gematria, 39. And this murder happened in New York, where it's just filled with 39s everywhere. You got New York equals 39, NY equals 39, NYC equals 39. I'm telling you, y'all put these in, it'll come out to be 39. Empire equals 39, Masonry equals 39, secrecy equals 39. So this number 39, it comes from the Old Testament, the Bible. And you can see it, all over in the scriptures. And Malcolm X, he was also a critic. He wasn't just a Muslim, just to be a Muslim, but he was a huge critic of the Jewish hypocrisy that was seen, or that was taught, and still is taught in most basically in all schools right now. Basically how it is just hypocritical, like, because you have the good Jews and the false ones. The false ones, are the ones that are controlling everything. But what Malcolm X said about the Jewish hypocrisy is that Jews, they want you in school, they teach us to think Adolf Hitler's the most evil person in the world, how there's 6 million that died in the Holocaust, 6 million Jews that died in the Holocaust, and they want you to feel sorry and cry about them and always remember them. But they want you to forget about the 100 million blacks that died in the hand of Uncle Sam through slavery, hardships, and everything, and basically how this country was brought up, and how Jews are allowed to sell liquor and destructive things in black neighborhoods, but blacks can't do the same in Jewish neighborhoods or in Jewish communities. So there's where the hypocrisy comes in. And Malcolm X was killed in the Audubon ballroom. So if you look up, where that's at in New York. So it's 3940 Broadway Street. So you see another 39, and at West 165th Street. So, hey, I got this little excerpt right out the book. So it was a perfect place, no mistake. Perfect place to do the hit. And they blamed it on the member of the Nation of Islam, also controlled by Freemasonry. And so the Audubon ballroom, you put that in septenary cipher 39, Audubon 39, Audubon ballroom 58 reverse, Nation of Islam 58 reverse, Audubon ballroom 166 Ordinal, Secret Society 166, Crucifixion 166, Book of the Law 166, Audubon Ballroom 239, Reverse Ordinal, Book of the Law 239, Reverse Ordinal, and then Torah 239, Jewish Gematria. And one of those, extra ciphers that you saw the big old list on. Scottish Rite, like the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry 165, New Testament 165, Crucified 165. And Malcolm X died in 1965 and 65. Christianity equals 65. And now we're going to segue into Martin Luther King. You got Martin Luther King, who was a Christian minister, assassinated April 4th, 1968. 1 year. Mind you, this is 1 year after he did his Beyond Vietnam, a time of break to silence. And if you haven't listened to the speech, I've heard it. It's a great speech. And when you really listen to it, he talks about tomorrow, as in what America will be like tomorrow if society continues to stay silent. And if you look around, and you listen real closely, tomorrow sounds a lot like today. The thing a lot of educators don't understand about Martin Luther King, the brother was woke. The man was woke. I'm telling you. He knew what it was. He knew the government was there to control, to spark fear, bring division in people. And he asked the world to break over 50 years ago. And look where we are today, 2020, doing the same thing. Yet people still lost. Still don't understand what's going on. That's right over their heads. But they don't teach you this in school, because the way they control you, they keep you halfway in the dark, let you know what they want you to know. So, but he explained that, as a society, we're silent to tyranny, and there's a reason we are ruled over with needless war, killing, and bloodshed. And so he gave his speech of Beyond Vietnam, a time to break silence, in April 4th, 1967, and then he's killed a year later in 1968. All right, April 4th, another 44 killed on that day, for no reason. Military equals 44, shooting equals 44, kill equals 44, crucifixion equals 44. Died 80 days before his 39th birthday. Tragedy equals 80. You see it? Tragedy equals 80. On the 81st day of his birthday, ritual. You could say, at the 81st day of his birthday, it's pretty clear that a ritual had been done, if you understand this code. And ritual equals 81. Because the man was gone by then. So April 4th is the 94th day of the year. 94, if you just put in the number 90, if you just write out 94, it gives you 147. And how I said Malcolm X's and Martin Luther King Jr.'s, those aren't even their birth names. I guess y'all could already knew that about like Malcolm X. But with Martin Luther, when I looked up his real name, his name is Michael Luther. That still does not sound right. I want to call him Martin, but I'm pretty sure Martin Luther connects to, I guess, Martin Luther, the original Martin Luther, who led the Catholic. Either way, I'm going off topic. So back to 94. So Malcolm Little. Yeah, Malcolm Little was Malcolm X's birth name. Would not have never guessed it was Little, but you got that as his birth name, which equals 147 in Gematria. Freemason equals 147. Conspiracy equals 147. And Martin Luther died during a leap year, in the year of a leap year. So in 68, so okay, wait a minute. Died during a leap year so it was technically on the 95th day of the year, not the 94th. And if you put in Son of God in Gematria, you get 95. Connect to Jesus. Jesus is black, man. Again. So Also, have you look at February 28th, how it's written 228 on the last day of February, the concluding day of Black History Month, which is the 59th day of the Gregorian calendar and the lone month with reduction of 42. All right. So 228, that connection, last day of February, so last day of Black History Month, 59th day of the year. So you got Martin Luther King Jr. and Ordinals 228. United States of America equals 228. Death equals 228 in Sumerian gematria. And Martin Luther is the only American-born citizen. If you didn't get this, he's the only American-born citizen that has his own holiday, and he had to die to get it. All right, so holiday equals 74. Killing equals 74. Masonic equals 74. Jewish equals 74. Independence Day equals 74. And 74 comes up a lot, especially with rappers, dead rappers. James Earl Ray, Martin's accused murderer, James Earl Ray, 78. You get gematria 78, 47, and 128. So, and Ray itself is just 44. Government's 47. Connecting that. Authorities 47. And December 8th, 1999. Emphasis on, 12/8. The Memphis court ruled that it was a conspiracy to kill Martin Luther King Jr. and it wasn't just and James Earl wasn't actually responsible. It was just blamed. It was falsely accused. And them putting this out on this date in 1999 for no mistake. So you put in the date numerologies. You get 39, 119, and 138. And this is a span of 595 days before that verdict. James Earl Ray had already been found dead in his prison cell. So April 23rd, 1998 of 144, which is connected in time is 144, and killers 144, and 44, April 4th, the day King died. So he died 30 years after killing Martin Luther. And then Saturn gives you gematria 30, and Saturn is the keeper of time, connected to time, death, and judgment. And then you got April 23rd, the 113th day of the year, and number connecting purposeful dishonesty that traces its roots to Baba, Kama of the Talmud. So you got these gematrias, and so this is another excerpt I took out of the book. So in light of all three of their names, Martin Luther, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, all equaling 93, just look at when Rosa Parks died on October 24th, 2005, just shy of her 93rd birthday, which would have been February 4th, 2006. She died with one numerology of 39. So as well as 59, you look at the dates, you can add. This numerology gives you 59, this numerology gives you 39. And that's what we got. And that's what we got for this little episode 2 of the Race War series. Hope y'all enjoy, hope y'all, understand a little bit more. We're gonna get some more next week, or next episode, my bad. And I'll talk to y'all soon, bro. Appreciate the support. Peace.